It's advised me I should avoid legal snacks by telling people I'm recording. So, yeah.
We all know.
No, it tells everybody. It's like, what the crap?
You better be fucking recording. I get up at goddamn 5:40 in the morning. Shit.
So how you guys doing? How's your week been, guys?
I'm just freaking happy this option finally shows up for me. Jesus. It's only taken like a month and a half.
Did you not update? Were you dodging the update?
I updated like twice, man, and it never
really
showed up for me. I'm serious.
Oh, that's weird.
I had an update like since last recording, and now it's like, oh, here you go. Here's that thing you wanted. Gee, thanks, Microsoft.
That's kind of weird. I thought you would have had. Okay.
I know, right? But hey, whatever.
Yeah, better late than never.
The day I mean, to be fair, the day I needed it, it's here. So.
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers at this moment in time. So,
yeah, I'm just happy. I'm happy it's working.
Yeah,
indeed.
Double G, how's the little light? How's the baby doing?
Oh, our little light is getting bigger and bigger. She's now a little over a month old, and she's wearing 3-month clothes.
Oh,
she is a big kid, man. She eats and whew. No, but the other thing is just like she sleeps like perfectly, and we get those nice 2.5 hour blocks of sleep, and we're good, or it's been fucking just hell. She has been just waking up and throwing up and every other thing. But you know what? It's almost like I'm relishing in the opportunity because this is going to be my last child for sure. I made that illustrious call to the doctor. Met with him. We're gonna be talking about getting clipped.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where like, oh man, I'm having a hard time dealing with it myself because it's like I know I have to get this done, man. I've got 4 children. I cast a wide net. I got 3 boys to spread my name, and that's pretty. And then I've got my daughter, but I am done with that. We don't need any more love childs. But it's just crazy, man. Because it's like you don't think. Like I always thought, like I was gonna get it done, and then not a big deal. But dude, I am like. For a lack of a better term, I'm like tripping balls right now because I'm just like, oh god, I don't know if I want to get in there, man. It is just, I've heard that I'm literally just going to be an asshole for a weekend. Like I was told to get it done on a Friday, take the weekend off, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing that, but. With it, it's going to be within the next couple of weeks, I think, which is just I'm so looking forward to it.
Don't worry, Double J. I'll get you some ice cream. It also doesn't matter what flavor. It's for your balls.
I was instructed to buy large bags of peas
and sit on them. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be it'll be fun though. But honestly, like I said, for us this week, it's just been. This is a completely side topic, but we've been dealing with my 4-year-old at school, so it's been kind of like a rough week. But dude, he had a week where he didn't get in trouble at all in school or at home for an entire goddamn week.
Nice.
And that was like if you know me, you know how hard like we've worked. Like, so this kid, I'm literally so happy for him. I'm taking him to goddamn Chuck E. Cheese. I am so like you understand like we were dealing with so much stuff and we knew it was because the new babies in town, so he's got to act out, get attention.
Mm-hmm.
But oh Lord, man, we didn't know to what scale he was going to do it. But let's just say it was becoming worrisome, and then we came up with this whole new idea, and he gets this, that, and the other. If he's good for X amount of days of the week, he gets it. But he was literally good for every day this week. So I mean, I'm all jazzed for that. I haven't been goddamn Chuck E. Cheese in forever. That place is. I haven't been to the child casino in forever. But it's like a proud moment as a dad when you can finally like because I tell them all the time, it's like, you think like I like want to be mad at you all the time, but I'm not. I want to like do fun things. I want to take you out. I want to go to the park. I want to go do fun stuff. But the problem is your ass is always, biting and kicking and attacking other children, and you have a hard time freaking. You have a hard time not doing that. So it's not like I can go take you out, reward you for beating the crap out of some kid. But, it's just like I said. So, lots of family stuff this week. Work has been work. But other than that, I mean, last night got on with our boy Dez, and we got on to that Shattered Throne. And we, so me, Aaron, and Dez was our trusty guide who, like, literally, I thought we were going to get, like, a headset. Like, I thought my headset was going to have, like, a recording in it, and, like, I was getting guided around this throne, and I was very informative. I definitely give our tour guide a 10 out of 10.
So to your left, you see a bunch of thrall.
No, he did, dude. Dez, you did a great job. Even Aaron said, she goes, Dez did a great job for the first time doing that. I go, yeah, I know. We only got lost like a little bit, but other than that, we were good. But that part where you've got to match the symbols, that is like,
oh yeah,
you can get crossed around like crazy in that. But yeah, how you been, Buster? What you up to, buddy? How's your week been?
Not too much, like you said. Work is work. Actually, it's funny because you mentioned, the whole situation, grabbing giant bags of peas. Have I ever told you the story about the time I ruptured my testicle?
No, no.
Yep, sure did.
Oh man. Okay, I gotta know what happened.
I was. Because I've done judo, most of my life, and I was grappling around with a guy, and we were just kind of like messing around, like doing wrestling moves, and he did a front body, like the front body knee drop.
Yeah.
And boop.
Really?
Yeah.
He gave you literally a nutbuster.
A nutbuster, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Nutbuster for your boy Buster.
Oh my God.
It was about the worst week of my life.
Do they do like surgery on it or what?
No, just time.
Okay.
No, it's just time.
Oh.
But for the time, it was like the size of not quite a softball, but not quite a baseball.
Oh my God! Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
It's like, oh God.
But other than that, I unlocked my. If you want to talk a little bit about Destiny, I unlocked my final subclass for my Warlock.
Nice.
So I got the Kamehameha. I'm still looking. As soon as the Warlock gets 600, I'll switch to my Hunter, and we all know what class I'm grabbing for my Hunter. I want things to disappear in front of me.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
On the Triumph hunt for the Dresden title, I need to kill 5 more invaders with their super active. I need to bank the 38 motes, and I need the Maleficent and the reset. That's it. Nice. Malfeasance. Sorry, Maleficent. That's the movie I watched last night.
Dude, we always call it that. Me and Aaron always call it the Maleficent. Like we always call that. So you're not the only one.
No, that's the last thing I need. So
that's solid, man.
I'm hunting, dude. I'm hunting, and it's double infamy this week again. Like,
we're gonna be lining up with the free Gambit weekend for everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing this weekend for it because I need to get Malfeasance. I need to get it, and I need to be able to grind out all those damn freaking depositing motes and getting wins and shit like that. I'm at that point right now, so we'll you
have a third because I'm going to be on.
Yeah, no, we're going to be we'll be on probably later on today, but then tomorrow afternoon for sure. No, but so it's like I am just like I've been thinking about it, and there's still so much to do. I was really thinking about. I mean, how many weeks are we from when Forsaken dropped on what day? Do you guys remember? It was like Was
September?
No, it was like October 9th or something.
Oh no,
Taking
Forsaken
a lot.
definitely dropped in September.
September. Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
September? Maybe something, I don't know. But I mean, think about that. We've literally had so much content. I was thinking about it. There's so much compared to what D1 and then the way just this D2, the starter D2 vanilla. There's so much to do right now. Like I always talk about this, but I mean I like that there's too much to do. Like I like the fact that at the end of the week I'm not just, what do I do now? I'm not logging in and just being on for 15 minutes and getting off. You know what I mean? Because there's certain times during D2 where it got so monotonous. You were doing the same thing every single day that I thought going to be, if they kept along that path, it was going to be a really bad move for this game. And I think now that we've gotten all these good things, we've had a lot of good steps in the right direction, and this is definitely one of them with all the content. I mean, people who want to learn how to raid, you know, they've got so many different opportunities now. I mean, that Shattered Throne, I'm going to say this right now, it's not as difficult mechanically as the raid, but you've got to play. Like, especially with just a 3-man team, you've got to be able to move, you got to be able to revive, you got to be able to strategize and stuff like that. And I think if you're scared to get in the raid, but you're not scared to get into like Shattered Throne, I would totally, if you can find a good guide like we did, I would totally recommend getting in there, getting comfortable with that kind of stuff. And then you're going to feel even more comfortable when you finally get to the raid. Although, like I said, I think if you can do Shattered Throne with practice, you should be able to do Last Wish no problem. But, you know, so like I said, there's so much to do right now. And I'm not even playing on all my characters. Right? We just barely cracked. I just barely cracked into my hunter. Like getting my hunter, we're still getting my hunter, I think, to the Dreaming City. You know, so for us, like we went ham, got our one characters to 600, and now we're gonna start working on other stuff. But no, I feel like it's in a good place right now, man. That's why I was kind of shocked to hear the Activision call, this is I wanted to talk about this first because I think this is really important. This is really serious for this game. It's something that is that I always tend to pay attention to the Activision. You know, the what is it? They have what quarterly
the earnings call.
Yeah, the quarterly earnings call. Yeah, I always try to pay attention to that, and you know, because that's really look. I'm a businessman, you know, dealing with my own stuff. You know, you need to know, if you want to know what's going on with the game and how happy people are with it, find out what's going on with the money. You know what I mean? And that's really as far as the you know the developer and as far as the you know the publisher. And I was kind of shocked. I mean, I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked because to be honest, we really haven't had that many microtransactions. And we don't have that many. There's a limited supply of things you can buy, and I'm really worried because during the Activision call, pretty much they said there's not enough microtransactions. You're not perform. You know, Destiny 2 is not performing to where we want. Correct? Is that
they've? As I understand, they didn't sell as much with Forsaken as they wanted to. But at the same time, I'm growing less concerned about this because apparently Black Ops 4 didn't sell how they wanted to. And that thing made $500 million in opening.
Oh yeah, but that's like Madden, that's like anything else. Like that's
But this is a Black Ops that has actually made that much after old Black Ops. Like Black Ops was or Call of Duty itself was finally starting to see like a decline in sales, like in the past.
Oh, for sure.
3 or 4 entries.
Oh yeah.
But this, like, they can't even, like, Activision can't even celebrate the fact that Black Ops 4, because apparently, in Forsaken has actually brought in more digital revenue than any other title on the market in its launch month of September.
See, like, and that's where I want to know the promises that were made. I want to know the numbers that they were hoping to get. You know what I mean? That's something where I wish we had a little more knowledge on that subject. But it's this might be a hot take. I don't know, but I was thinking about it, and when it comes to like a game that comes out, I don't know, every single year, you think about, like I said, you think about Madden, you think about Call of Duty. They usually have some new form of Call of Duty every year and a half. It's stuff that you can set your watch to. Destiny's never been on that. They've never been like that. I mean, we've got a relatively set schedule as far as the content we get, but we don't know when we're getting new games or when we're, it's a jumbled mess. We know somewhat of a schedule, but it's only when the roadmap gives us. But I think honestly that that Destiny is just not. It's not as big as those games, so you can't just bank on the fact that you're going to make, like you said, $500 million on Call of Duty. And I know Call of Duty was going down, like you said, declining. But those are games that you can literally, for the most part, because everyone knows Call of Duty. Like my dad knows Call of Duty. If I were to say Call of Duty, he'd know what that is. If I were to say Destiny 2 to my dad, he'd be like, "What in the hell are you talking about?" You know what I mean? Like it's that's why this game is not. It's not mainstream, but that's kind of why I like it. I'm not gonna lie, and I think it's mainstream in the fact like D2, like when D2 launched, it did because they had a lot of commercials, a lot of exposure, a lot of people, celebrities and stuff like that. They really went hard on that kind of stuff, but it didn't bring it up to the level. I'm not going to throw Fortnite because Fortnite's different. That's a whole nother thing. But pretty much what I'm saying is that Destiny is not going to be this huge. It's not going to be the biggest game in the world. It's not going to be the number one game of the world. You know what I mean? But it's going to be a game that's for its hardcore fan base. And if it stays like this, I'm fine with that. But I just hope that I hope that Activision can kind of see that, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to have a loyal, hardcore fan base that's going to be with it through pretty much the entirety of its existence. But I can see how there's going to be a lot of people who, even though they got the game for free, because they released it on PC for free up until, I think, the 18th, correct?
Yep. Until the 18th, it is free to download. Core game.
Yeah, so that's fucking amazing. I mean, that is, I'm seriously considering downloading it on some crappy computer just so I can say I have it.
That's what I did.
I mean, I'm really thinking about that.
25 frames a second, baby.
I was just gonna say I'm never gonna like turn it on because like literally like it's gonna be hard for me just to move.
Yeah.
I'm just not as I said last week. I'm not good on a computer as far as typing and stuff like that. So
I play.
Basic, yeah.
I started up just to see if it would run, and it did. And I'm like, holy crap! So all the settings were turned to low. Everything was like low, and VSync was set to like 30 and crap. And I just played until I got to the farm. I was like, wow, this thing hasn't crashed yet. It's like it's a marvel of optimization on PC for sure.
Yeah, but like I said, that's doing that. Like that's trying to bring in, that's the whole. Yeah. That's like that's what any business does. Like in the golf business, we offer a lot of free stuff. Like to like, oh yeah, you get half your green fee for free, or you get a free beer at the turn, you get free this and that, and it's just to get people in the door, because once they get in the door, then they're going to spend money. Well, the same thing goes with Destiny 2. Hopefully, if you can keep, say, out of I don't know, say 10,000 people, download the game or whatever. If you can keep 1,000 of them, 10%, that are going to be loyal, dedicated fan base, that's how you grow it. You know what I mean? That's how you grow it. That's how you get people who spend money on the game. And it's at a point where, like I said, I personally like it the way it is. I like it that it's not, that we're not just the biggest fucking game in the world. Because I don't want like fake ass celebrities playing I think it's so funny when I see like these celebrities playing Fortnite and they're like, oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm playing Fortnite, and it's like, you fuck off, man. You don't even know what a video game is. You're like holding I'm waiting for, if they had N64 controllers, damn well they'd be holding the middle stick like with their hands and using it like a freaking joystick.
Yeah, we all did the first time.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. They'd be doing that shit. You know what I mean? And it's
apparently we do have Ice Cube playing Destiny.
Oh, for sure. No, it's Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Ice-T?
Ice-T.
I get the Ices confused. I'm sorry.
Everyone does.
It's legitimate though.
Their mamas get them confused.
Ice-T definitely have Ice-T, The Big Show.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's definitely people who are, but it's not like they're going around, they want people to know that kind of thing. It's not like some big goddamn,
I know, right?
I think it's so fake to see these, like I said, to see celebrities, to see these like athletes.
Drake is playing Fortnite.
I know, it's like, I know, or did you hear about, okay, so this is a whole random thing, but did you hear about the whole Fallout 76 thing, where it was Rick and Morty and Ninja and fucking someone else, and they played it all together, and I'm being serious. It was Rick and fucking Morty, Ninja, and someone else, and they
it was Dan Harmon and the actors. It was all the actors who played Rick and Morty teamed up with Ninja.
And but apparently it did not go well. So there.
Also, Fallout 76's beta didn't go well.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it went as well as a beta should have go. I mean, everyone knows betas are pretty bad, but this one, I just read that.
See, hilariously, this was like a true beta, basically.
Oh, yeah.
There were bugs. Crap happened. Everyone's used to the glorified demo betas.
Oh, yeah. Everyone thinks of beta is like literally the finished game, and they're getting like a sneak peek now. People don't realize that what a beta is for is to find out. They want you to break the game.
Yeah, I mean, Fallout 76, with all of its bugs and crap, yes, that is a legitimate beta. Because that's the experience, in quote-unquote, the business. That's what a beta is. Because a beta is just fresh out of alpha, and alpha is basically internal QA.
Yeah.
Not fun.
As far as to my understanding. Someone in the business can correct me.
From what I've heard, that they expected the normal beta glitchy shit. They expected that. But apparently there were certain things that were really bad. There was stuff that was like, literally the game I heard rumors saying like the game would uninstall itself.
That's not a rumor. That happened.
Yeah. Fucking the game would uninstall itself.
That happened to my little brother. He pre-ordered it on Xbox. And he was like, I was playing. I mean, yeah, sure, it was glitchy. I understand. It's a beta. And he was like, hey, you know how I love Fallout? And I'm like, yeah, because we love Fallout. And he was like, I went to go play it today, and the motherfucker's not on my system. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not on your system? He's like, not on my system. I'm like, where is it? He's like, not on my system. And I'm like, what did you have to do? He's like, I had to re-download the motherfucker. And I'm like, that is ridiculous, dude. He's like, yeah, but I mean, it's a beta. And I'm like, oh, your Fallout love is showing.
Yeah, because that's a...
Because let Destiny 2 uninstall itself from my system. See what happens.
Stay uninstalled.
Goddamn right. Well, it looks like it was Black Ops 4.
Okay, I might give it one more shot though.
Yeah, okay. Too many hours. Too many hours, my
Exactly.
friends. I can't say that. That's me living in hyperbole, folks. I'm sorry.
No, oh god, but yeah, that kind of shit you can't have.
Yeah.
You can't have, and that's big time stuff that they need to fix, man. And I'm not a Fallout player. Erin's a Fallout player.
Ooh.
She's all excited for it, but now that I told her about that, she wasn't exactly excited for it.
Well, Bethesda put out an article that said that there will be bugs when the game launches.
Yeah, Bethesda's warning people about bugs. It's going to be something serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yeah, Bethesda's known as the most stable of programs.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That is incorrect.
No. I don't think Bethesda's ever put out or has ever even cleaned up all of their bugs.
Yeah, you're probably
like usually it ends up being just like rarely it ends up leaving like game-breaking bugs in there. I'll give them that. They usually address those fairly quickly. But they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be there. But it's like I don't know. That's some big shit that, like, could you imagine, like, if it happened after, like you guys talked about, for hours upon hours of playing a game, like, you would literally fucking throw your system through the fucking through a window. Like, especially, like, could you imagine, like, Buster, like, you playing your, like, normal Fallout, like, towards the end of the game, like, you're all comfortable, you've gone through most of it, and all of a sudden it's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I would be pissed.
I get mad if something I think I'm going to eat isn't in my refrigerator. It's going to happen if the game disappears.
I mean, do you think this is just them? They were getting pushed so hard to get the game out that they are just throwing it out there and saying pretty much, okay, you're going to get the game, but we're going to have a lot of patches along the way.
100%.
No, I think this is Bethesda.
This is just them just not.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, look at Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online went through such a long beta, through such a long pre-release, and it was still just so awful they ended up canceling it. People didn't even know that they were going to continue it anymore until like 6 months to a year later, I think, maybe. And then they brought ESO back out.
See, I never played Elder Scrolls. Never was able to get into it, but I've heard stories. And God, the funny thing is just I feel like they have such a loyal fan base for their games. Like, they don't come out with a ton of games, but like the games they do come out with, people like love.
Usually the story and the exploration aspects kind of make up for the bugs that might persist afterwards. Usually. Well, they have big vision.
That's proof what a good story can do for a game.
Yeah, I mean, they have big vision, and it's kind of admirable, but they actually have the same issue that Crystal Dynamics, was it? That developed the Legacy of Kain series? Yeah. They have their issue, which they could just bite off probably a little bit too much, because legitimately, if Crystal Dynamics did not have such a big vision for Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, that would have been a one-off game.
Oh,
the only reason they made a sequel, and then a sequel, and then a sequel, is because they can never fit their ideas into one game in their time frame.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, if you try to cram that much stuff into a game that quickly and you make it that immersive, you're going to get some game-breaking shit.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, their scope is just huge. And like I said, 76, I mean, good God. I mean, the scope is just huge. Because I think this is one of the biggest maps they've ever dealt with in 76.
The biggest.
So, yeah.
Biggest,
I'm just going to say, that's the cycle that games get stuck into, I think, though, is the fact that every game has to be bigger than the last one. You know what I mean? And that's unfortunate, I think. I think it puts a lot of pressure on developers, and that's how you get kind of a thin...
Oh, yeah.
You get a thin story because everything seems really spread out because you've got such a big area to work with that, like... That's how you forget shit. That's how, I mean, and I get it. It's supposed to be open world. It's supposed to be do whatever you want, and I get it. It's supposed to be immersive. But, I mean, if it was the size of Fallout 4, would that be a bad thing? Like, I don't know. I didn't hear that many people complaining about Fallout 4. I heard it was, I mean, it's not quite as popular.
Its story was a little weak.
Yeah, that's
there at the end, the story was... The story is fine. It's just...
It loses steam at the end.
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
And I understand why. Mm-hmm. Because this is a Fallout that they never wanted to actually end. Because that's the thing about Fallout, like all the Fallout games before 4. They always ended. Like there is like your normal RPG point of no return, and then you finish the game. And if you want to keep finishing the game or playing the game after that, you either have to start a new game or load at your point of no return and then backtrack to wherever you want to go. But Fallout 4 was the first Fallout where that didn't happen. You could actually beat the game and then continue exploring.
So like Destiny, like you
sort of, yeah,
sort of. Where you could beat the raid, you could beat whatever, and you're still going to go off and keep playing.
Exactly, and that's why I feel that's why the story just falls so flat, because they leave it open enough to where nothing significant happens to your character that can impede them from adventuring if you want to continue.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I can 100% see that.
So yeah, Fallout 3, you had to buy the DLC to continue.
Well, yeah, sort of. To get the juiciest bit of story. No, wait, that was New Vegas.
Yeah, you're talking New Vegas.
3. Yeah, 3 definitely, yeah. Like the true, and I hate it when games do that.
Yeah.
But they learned...
You ended, but lesson, not really.
Yeah, they learned their lesson with New Vegas, which also hilariously was actually more developed by the Fallout 2 dev team, which probably still so good in my opinion.
Now that you mention it, you can feel it.
Oh, for sure.
You can feel the bones of Fallout 2 inside New Vegas. Yeah.
And I love, like, once I found out who Obsidian Entertainment was, which Obsidian Entertainment was the leftovers of Black Rock Isle, which were the developers of at least Fallout 2, which some of those did help in development of Fallout 1. So, yeah, Obsidian just had the legacy behind it, which is why they went back out west. Whereas Bethesda, like in-house development, they focus on the east. But yeah, that's what I loved. Oh, and going back and like seeing how the NCR developed. Oh, that was just so awesome for me, seeing all these people and listening about like President Tandy and crap. It's like, oh,
I know who that is.
And this is the world.
President Tandy. That reminds me of freaking that Last Man on Earth.
I think it was Tandy.
Yeah.
My wife was telling me about that. Oh God, man, I don't know. She watches like every show on the planet, and then gives me a review of it. And normally it's pretty bad, but that one she said was pretty good.
Yeah, that was like the hilarious part though, because Fallout 1, you start off in this area called Shady Sands. Is one of the first places that you can. It's kind of like your first home base, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, it was Tandy. Jesus, actually,
it's Tandy. It is Tandy. Uh-huh.
But so yes, that was one of the first towns that you could like visit and help, and it was like your first hub, basically. Mm. Well, in the ending, if you did good, then in the like good ending for Shady Sands, they formed something called the New California Republic. Okay. And in Fallout 2, which happens like 80 years after Fallout 1. You actually see the formation of a young NCR, New California Republic. And President Tandy, who was your companion in Fallout 1, is the president of the NCR.
Dude, we need an NCR out here in California right now, man. Oh my God.
I don't know. They kind of turned into douchebags, so yeah.
Yeah, no, they definitely douchebags. 100%.
Oh, that's what's happening out here right now. No politics, just getting into just. Goddamn, I could have saved 60 cents a gallon on fucking gas, and the dumbasses in California said no. I want to pay more money for gas. God damn it, I'm mad about that. I hate bringing politics up, but god damn it, I don't want to pay more money. God damn it. Oh, man, I'm still angry about that. This is why we're going to move to another state, man. I don't know what state we're going to move to, but we're going to move to another state.
May I suggest New Jersey, where it's green?
Where everything's cheaper.
Yeah, or down south, where everything is cheaper.
Nobody actually wants to stay here.
You know, the one place that apparently everyone's moving to right now that is becoming really like kind of like a social hub is apparently Boise, Idaho.
Oh, I was going to say Boulder, Colorado.
No, that place. Well, Colorado's already like super populated. It's becoming like California too. Everyone's moving out there because everyone thought that they could move away from California. They sell their house for a good price, move to Colorado where it's a little bit cheaper. But now housing prices are going through the roof, and you're really just getting exactly the same thing.
The RNGCast, where you come to hear us talk about everything,
literally
including real estate.
I'll fucking talk about anything, you know that. But no. So let's just. This was my question I wanted to ask you guys: is what this whole earnings call thing was? I feel like it's. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think they're going to do to combat this problem? Do you think it's just going to be simply they're going to put more microtransaction opportunities in the game? Do you think that there's going to be stuff that you have to buy now? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think is going to be the end game solution for this to make it so that they're making the profit that they want to?
Thankfully, since this is after Battlefield 2, I'm actually not that worried. Because thanks to Battlefield 2, if Activision were to try any of those shenanigans, they're screwed for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, since like I said, since this is post Battlefield 2, and those shenanigans, there's probably going to be like more emotes and crap for direct buy. Like, I mean, right now we only have like 4 emotes that the only way you can get them is just direct buy packages. An Iron Lord salute, the It Dance, and the Mind Blow emote. That's it. As far as I know.
Well, I wouldn't be opposed to them putting stuff like that for direct buy. I wouldn't be opposed to it, because as long as it doesn't affect gameplay to where like it's not pay to play kind of thing. Well, I mean, all video games really almost are pay to play, but where as long as it's not where I have to purchase this for me to finish like something like an achievement on my character, I'll be fine with it. Because guess what? Like I've said a million times on here, businesses have to make money. Like they have to make money. I get it, and I'm sure Destiny 2 has made a lot of money. I know that they've already fulfilled their obligation apparently to Activision, which is kind of interesting because I'm like, so they've already met their financial obligation, yet they're not happy with the earnings. So I guess, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, which is one reason, because apparently, according to certain leaks and such, it's like, Activision is letting Bungie have complete control. It's like, this is why you don't listen to certain leaks, because business changes at the turn of a dime.
Yep.
Like, kind of literally.
Like literally, yeah. If they're not making their dimes, they're gonna turn on you.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's funny the I don't want to say haters. Haters is a strong word. The naysayers of Destiny see it as like, oh, it's weakness. See, they're not doing what they should be doing. And I'm like, have you played? Because the game's the best it's ever been.
100%.
Especially if you played Destiny 1. If you're like, oh, Destiny 1 was far superior, it's like, you don't play Destiny 2 right now. Play Forsaken right now.
Yeah, because a lot of PvP complaints are D1. Oh my god, what's going on with shotguns? Shut up.
I can't hear but that's just look. This is me slightly breaking. That's fucking scrub mentality. Like, I'm sorry, that's a scrub mentality. If you sit there, listen to Candy Cakes, listen to King Koal, listen to those guys. They'll tell you how to fight shotguns. It's you being fucking not wanting to change your play style and wanting your play style to be good and not willing to adapt. That's the reason why you're fucking getting killed by shotguns. Mm-hmm. If you go pushing in through a door of a guy you obviously know is waiting for you with said shotgun, and you get killed by said shotgun, why are you complaining? That's your own damn fault. It's not the game. Telesto's strong right now, but come on, Telesto, in my opinion, was always a pretty goddamn strong gun. You could make some good plays with that gun. Yeah, in D1, I fucking loved it. I loved Telesto in D1 PvP. But that's just me. But like I said, it's a scrub mentality when I hear people talk about, the way the sandbox right now, because guess what? There's nothing wrong with the sandbox right now. I can use 10 different guns and be relatively competitive with everything. Talk to me, 9 months ago, 6 months ago, where it was literally shit. Remember in the beginning, it was nothing but Mida. It was Mida. It was just Mida. Mida. That's all it was. And then it became Graviton Lance and Vigilance. And that was two slightly better, but still had a problem. Now, it's fucking everything. Like, I feel comfortable dragging a new weapon into the Crucible and feeling like as long as it has a decent roll and it's got decent stats that I can actually make a play and do something with it. You know what I mean? I don't see why people complain about that kind of crap right now. It's like literally, I hate to say this, but get fucking good. Like, honestly, and I'm not good. This is by no means me saying I'm good. I'm not. I am a very happily average player. But I'm not complaining about it. I know the dumb mistakes I make. If I go charging into a room and I get hit by a shotgun, it's like, you know what? That's not the shotgun's fault. It's my fault. So I don't know. I have a... If anyone has a problem with PvP right now, they don't realize what bad PvP is.
This never had bad PvP. It's just D1 or D2 vanilla. It was different.
It was boring, but it was boring PvP though too. It was
not. You shut your mouth.
It was boring.
Everything was viable.
It was, yeah.
Everything was viable.
Yeah. I
mean, yes, you had your populace that clustered around like pretty much all your weapons, but there was a lot of viability in D2 vanilla. But yes, it was a little dull. It was a little slow.
That's what I'm saying. It was slow. There was not. It was the kill times were obviously nothing's changed on kill times. I get it. It's different now. But kill times are going down because you have more one-shot close range weapons that are viable, that you have more ammo for. So therefore, that's why it seems faster. But really, in actuality, it's probably not that much faster. Yes, I know there was a lot of good things you can use in D2 vanilla.
Actually,
but
hilarious.
I felt like they all... Okay, what?
No, you're about right on that, because even now, like, the fastest TK on slow firing pulses is like a 0.6, 0.7, which, 3 burst sidearms still have like a 0.5, 0.6 or something. So yeah, the primary TTKs haven't really changed much.
They haven't.
That drastically.
They haven't. It's just...
they've been rearranged, and some things can kill easier, and yes, some things can kill faster than what it used to. But on average, not by much.
Yeah, they really haven't changed that much. And it's just a matter, you introduce one-shot weapons with ammo. Yeah. And people are going to gravitate because that's optimum. Guess what? If I can get a sniper, a fusion, a grenade launcher, or a shotgun to kill someone in one shot, I'm going to fucking use it. You know what I mean? Because that's optimum. That is optimum. That is, you kill someone, you shoot someone, one pull, they're dead. Like, that's just, and people are going to gravitate towards that. Because guess what? It's a higher skill weapon. It's a higher skill weapon for someone to go in and have to go in and pull in one shot and get a kill. Like, it takes skill to be a shotgunner. Trust me, man. Some of the best shotgunners I see, their kill deaths aren't even that great. Some of the best shots, they're just not that great because they go in, they get 2-3 kills, and then they're dead because it's you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Someone else is going to have a shotgun while you're reloading.
Yeah. People running around all over Twitter saying shotguns are 0-skill guns need to remember the god of D1 PvP, Lumi. Shotgun main.
Oh, yeah.
And probably the most skilled player there was. Like, if anyone could ever be called that, it would probably be him.
Yeah,
and just the amazing crap he could do with a shotgun and a shade step.
I still go back because he was using. Wasn't it? It was on. What map was it on? Where his famous play where he literally fought off like 10 people. I forgot what
water tower.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell is it called? Now I'm.
That?
It's their famous one. It's got all the different. It's one they always tested everything on.
Yeah.
The one that they always did. Oh my God, why am I? It's too early in the morning. Whatever. But regardless of the point, a shotgun in the right hands is a super skill weapon. Shotgun in a blueberry's hands, who's a hack. Yeah, they're gonna run in. They're gonna get a trade. Probably going to die most of the time. Occasionally they'll get 1 or 2 kills because people will walk in right in after them. But that's low skill. But when you watch someone who knows how to use a shotgun, it's scary. When people are good in close quarters combat like that, it's scary, man. Because we have a lot of maps in D2 that are really close quarters areas. That has a lot of close quarters areas that are. There's not a lot of room to move. So if you can get good with a shotgun, with a fusion, I suggest it. Learn how to. If you have a problem with shotguns, learn how to use a fusion. Fusion hits at double the goddamn range, and you can wipe someone out very quickly. That's what I did in D1 the entire time. I mean, I ran Plan C for so long. Plan C was the shotgun breaker, man. I loved that fucking gun. But, just think outside the box when it comes to that stuff, guys. There's sidearms that just absolutely wreck people before they get into shotgun range. Like, I don't think there's a problem. I really don't. If you have a problem, you're being nitpicky. Because right now, there's a couple guns that could use some tweaking, but that's it. Just tweaking, not game-breaking guns. It wasn't shot package fucking, Fellwinter freaking in D1, where it was broken and it needed to get just buried into the fucking ground.
No, they fixed that problem before it even became a problem.
I mean, I'm just...
No, with full choke.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The full choke adjustment now means full choke. Full choke is still like the better option, but only barely. Now you can go to rifled barrel or not really smooth bore, but you can use like rifled barrel with a range masterwork, and there's just options for shotguns now. It's not just full choke or nothing.
Well, yeah, because remember in D2 in D1 it was Matador, and you had to have rangefinder. What was it? Rangefinder rifled? Was rifled? Rangefinder something. You had double range perk.
Yeah, it was rifled or something. There were 2 of them, and at least for Matador with the special ammo changes, I think the other one was a little better because it took away from stability instead of reload, and Matador had slow reload anyway. So when you took that down, it took 3 years. But yeah.
But you know what I mean? There was one shotgun used, that in Party Crasher.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, I feel like
Matador was king, and it was king when it came out again.
Yep. And and there will be. Guess what, guys? When Black Armory comes out, there's gonna be another gun that's gonna fucking be really good, and people are probably gonna. There's probably gonna be an issue with it.
Yeah, because MGs are coming back, which were pretty much the most busted heavy in D1. Because you can get you can get the most kills per box.
Dude,
yeah.
Dude, MG. That's all I ran. All I ran.
Yeah, people started running rockets late D2 just because of their ease of use. But yeah, as long as you can like aim and crap, you can run an MG like half a game at least.
Dude, I had a Baron's Ambition that I used for a while. Oh man, I fucking wrecked with that gun. I mean, but there were so many good machine guns. There were so many good ones. We talked about it before, but Zombie Apocalypse, Unending Deluge, the raid, the raid one, the Quilm's. There you go. I mean, there was a lot of good shit. I even started getting good with the what was the Vault of Glass heavy machine gun? I mean, machine gun. What was it?
Measure.
That one. I was getting pretty good with that one. I mean, there was a lot. Pretty much, if you put a machine gun in someone's hands, even in PvP, and had a decent roll, you could do some pretty decent work with it. So I'm really interested to see, because I want the extra kind of items in the loot pool. I think it'll be fun, because I feel like the heavy is the only... Heavy is suffering right now because I don't feel like there's a ton of options. And now that they're going to add MGs, I think you're going to see a big time increase. I mean, people are going to be more interested in heavy kind of thing. Because right now, for me, it's like literally like find a rocket launcher with cluster bombs, or I'm going to use Sleeper, or I'm going to use Queensbreaker. Like maybe
all day.
Okay. By the way, I tried Colony the other day. It was fun. I haven't used it in a long time. That or then play of the game.
Forget. Okay.
Play of the game with spike grenades on bosses is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I said, it's just there's not a ton of options, like viable competitive options. And I think with the MGs coming back, it'll be a nice little sum.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to be a nice little thing. It's going to be, it's going to be broken.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's going to be guys. I just hope that they don't make them too weak. I hope they don't come in. They're afraid to make them. Because, I mean, think about it, for all the DPS coming out, all the bullets coming out of that gun, if you were off by one calculation, like one little number, you could totally break that thing. You could make it to where you... I mean, I was listening to another podcast. They were talking about it. They were saying the same thing. Like, you can literally just hold on to heavy the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Like for like 2/3 of the game, have heavy.
Oh yeah, with an MG, I mean, it was entirely possible.
Because all you had to do is just wait. You would get the heavy, and then just wait by heavy. You could wait by heavy, and people would just come by, and you'd be done. Like there was
especially
nothing.
Like the slow fires, like Bone Crusher, Jolder's Hammer, just tap dead, tap dead, dead.
Oh,
heavy incoming. All right.
Yep. Exactly.
tap dead, tap dead.
Yeah, you could do some just stupid things with them. So no, I'm interested to see how many we get. I'm interested to see how many variations we get. I mean, I know that obviously we're going to be getting Thunderlord, but I'd like to see if we're going to get any other exotic ones.
If I would have to measure a guess, I would say the faster fire ones probably aren't going to be coming back. Probably going to focus more on the slower ones.
The heavy hitters?
Yeah.
No,
if I had to guess.
No Unending Deluge. God damn it.
That wasn't even the fastest, hilariously.
No, I know, but that was fast.
I mean, you want to talk about fast, you're talking If Materia, Song of Your Youth.
Oh, Song of Your Youth, yeah.
Oh.
I'm also excited to see what they come up with that's original.
Yes. I 100% agree. I want to see some Baron fucking gun. Like some Baron, like, Scorn-looking, like, blue flames coming out of it fucking gun. I think that would be badass. I want to see a gun like fucking that looks like Cerberus +1, but just in machine gun form. Like, I think that would be cool. Or give me a double barrel one. Come on, we've already got two. We've already got twin tail fox. So let's just fuck it. Let's just put two guns. Let's just give me a freaking I don't know what that's called, but give me a goddamn double barrel heavy machine gun.
Well, they kind of already did that with
the Sweet Business.
Super Good Device back in the day. That actually, I mean, people might be freaking out about, oh god, Cerberus +1. There's like different recoil for all the barrels and crap. SGA did that. It was a triple barrel gun that had 3 different patterns of recoil, which is why it drug your cursor in circles.
And none of them were good. None of the patterns were good. Not one.
Well, that was the thing, because you get used to one set of kick, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, now you're kicking to the right, now you're kicking up, back, wait, So then they took that away. It was kind of fun to fight.
I want to see something where it's like where it's like a barrel in like either side of your arm kind of thing, and like your hand kind of goes in the middle, and you've got like 2 twin guns going. I think that would be badass.
You're talking like Gundam Heavy Arms.
Oh, I'm talking fucking crazy shit. I'm come on, you know me. Give me the most craziest fucking thing you can think of. Let me have fun with it. I don't care if it's not that good. Because to be brutally honest, Twin Tail Fox is good, but it's not, or Two Tail, whatever the fuck it's called. It's good, but it's not like it's broken good. Because I remember first seeing it and thinking, oh my god, this is going to break the game. But no, this didn't. It didn't. It's just a normal rocket launcher. It just shoots 2 rockets. So, I mean, I would love to see something like that.
Sure, one burns and one suppresses, but, I mean, it's just a rocket launcher still.
I mean, really it is. It's just a rocket launcher, but it's not like... Everyone thought it was going to be like the raid gun. You know what I mean? Everyone thought it was going to be like a raid gun, or at least like a heavy PvP gun, and I don't see it really in anything. I see it in Gambit, because Gambit, it's fucking useful as hell. Because you can use that and then shoot from like a mile away and nail freaking, when you're invading, you can just murder a team.
It's actually become one of my favorite pastimes.
Murdering teams?
No, dodging rockets.
Oh, I enjoy murdering teams. That's my favorite thing.
I was just going to say.
Because ever since acquiring and heavily, like, Malfeasance is my Gambit loadout now. I sacrifice using Sleeper so I can use Malfeasance. Because let me tell you what, it is very nice to hear, you see your screen go red, you turn, you meet eyes with him, you see that yellow lens flare, you know he's using a linear fusion, and you juke and jive just enough to get those 3 taps on him, and he's dead, and you're alive, and you killed him with a hand cannon. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Trust me. There's the moments, because it's like you feel that timer, you feel that charge time, and if you're close enough, you hear the noise. You hear the, and you're like, oh shit, and then if you get it, you get it. You don't.
I've traded with sleepers because apparently that's a similar, like, the kill time for Malfeasance is basically, I guess, similar to a charge time to sleeper. So I've traded with them. Yeah.
See, I need to get, like I said, I just need to get that. I need to get that goddamn gun.
It's so useful in Gambit, it is ridiculous. Because, like I said, since they increased the damage of Explosive Shadow, like, each individual shot doesn't do incredible damage to enemies. But once the Explosive Shadow procs, it's just, you just see their health just start to vanish. And it's like, ooh. And then Taken, which, yes, there aren't a lot of Taken in Gambit matches. Well, except for your blockers. You can almost take care of an ogre with 1 magazine for Malfeasance.
I was just going to say, it's definitely... Dude, speaking of Gambit, we were running... God, Des, were you running with us when we were just melting the boss in like 1 second?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we were doing... Okay, yeah, that's right. We were running with 2 guys in the clan. If you're listening, I'm sorry, I forgot who it was we were running with. But 2 guys from the clan. And so what we were doing is we were running 2 Kamehameha Warlocks, Melting Point, and then a Blades freaking run. And literally, it would be like, okay, I'm going to get him with melting point. You hit him with melting point, and the two Kamehameha, literally, dude, the Chaos Reach destroys Primevals if you have that melting point. It literally, you watch their health bar go down to half. So we had two of them. We were beating boss, so we would be down by 3/4 of a bar, and we just summon our Primeval and then just melt them, and you know that there was people just cussing on the other end. It was just anger because it was just stupid. Like, you watch their health bar, so that's a little strat right there. Run 2 Chaos Reach and one melting point, and you can melt a Primeval in about, I don't know, 5 seconds.
You know what works better than melting point? A tether.
Tether, I'm sure it does. I'm sure Tether works
Similar
well.
damage.
I'm sure Tether works, but I'm just saying, with the group we had, dude,
Yeah.
it was fun. It was fun. I definitely enjoyed it. But no, I mean, dude, I'm excited to get into Gambit this weekend because I've been chomping at the bit to play at it because we played at it for a little bit, but then we just got going on all this other stuff. Side note, we cleared the raid again. Which was really nice, and we actually got people who had struggled with, learning stuff and kind of needed, and we got through everything, man, including myself. Like, I learned a lot over that raid. Dez came through in the clutch in the vault and guided us through the vault, and we were able to. I mean, me, Aaron, and Dez were able to kind of work those plates and get it done, and that didn't even take that long. I think we only took us 2 or 3 tries.
Yeah, I think it was our 3rd try.
Yeah, and so that was really smooth raid run, really nice. I mean, this raid is fun, man. It really is fun. Like, I really enjoy this better than I don't enjoy it. Now, I've come to the realization I don't enjoy it more than Kingsfall. Kingsfall will always have a special place in my heart. I don't know why. I'm probably wrong, but it always has a special place in my heart. This raid is close, man. It's honestly, I think it's probably tied with Vault for me. It's probably tied with Vault of Glass. Vault of Glass always has the member berries. It always has, like, the first time you're in the Gorgon's maze and everyone's fucking running away from everyone's like, don't jump, everyone, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Like, don't jump, don't double jump, like that kind of shit. I love that kind of shit. But I honestly think that this Last Wish has really become on par with it. And if that, and the scope of things, like how beautiful it looks, like, if this is how all the raids are going to be from now on, fucking sign me up for 2. You know what I mean? Like, give me this shit. This is what I want. This is what I expect from a Destiny 2 raid now. You've set the bar high, now they've just got to keep it there. Because Lord knows they could come out some other piece of shit, and I would not be happy.
And with you saying that, that's what I think is so amazing now about how Destiny 2 is so different than Destiny 1. But Destiny 1, you couldn't be a max level without raiding.
Oh, yeah. And
I've hit max level on 2 of my characters already, and I haven't touched the new raid, and I don't think I'm gonna, to be honest.
And, okay, so remember how we were talking, a few weeks ago? We were talking about how, they wanted to make the game. Originally, D2 was originally made the game more casual friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm thinking about it, this game, everyone talks about they don't have enough time to play. I think that's horseshit. Honestly, I'm going to say it right now. I think that's horseshit. I feel like you can get there. You can do anything you want and get a powerful Ingram pretty much. Like, pretty much anything you want to play, you can get powerful Ingram. You may not, and you're going to eventually, look, Buster, you didn't even fucking raid. You're at 600 on 2 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you're not a guy, you don't have like a ton of time to play.
I will say with my Warlock, not the prettiest Warlock, though. Not fashionable, very hodgepodge, but I can hit 6, so.
But that's what I mean. Like, you can, it's not like you're sitting there, you're like playing, 5-6 hours a day kind of thing. It's not, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think this game is casual friendly. I really do. I think this game is casual friendly right now. I feel like it's It's friendly for the person who wants to come in and say, I want to play one match of Gambit. Look, every day there's 2 or 3 things you can do to get a powerful Ingram. You have to play one match of Gambit, one match of Crucible, and like a strike. Or whatever the combination is that day. Or the daily story mission. Or an X. Like, you could just anything. There's so much stuff for you to level up on that's going to give you higher gear. Could you imagine this system in D1?
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't. It's the concept. People would laugh you out of the building. Because guess what? In D1, you had to fucking work for everything. You had to work for everything as far as early D1.
A pair of boots to hit max level.
Yeah, because then you just had to rely on RNG.
Yep.
You had to rely on RNG and pray to God you got the set of gauntlets in freaking Vault. And then you had to build up the courage enough to find a raid group on LFG, and if you didn't belong in a clan like we did, and then we had to raid separately because we couldn't find anyone that was going to play with us. It was so tough, man. I mean, I feel like the hardcore player is being rewarded here because guess what? You can make 3 characters at 600. You can all this extra shit. You've got Shattered Throne. You've got the Raid. You've got Blinding Well. You've got Gambit. You've got Crucible. You've got Strikes. You've got heroic story missions. I mean, think about all that. Like, I'm not even naming everything. And you can do all that almost every single week. Shattered Throne is once every 3 weeks. But that's a whole nother wrinkle in the equation. Plus, you've got Ascendant Challenge. I mean, the list goes on. You've got so much stuff that you can get done now that you couldn't do before that. It just didn't work. You couldn't do this. Could you imagine going to D being like a really casual player in early D1? Like, you would never get there. Forever 20, you'd be like forever like 23. You know what I mean? Like, you would never even get, like, you'd be like forever 26.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I like I said, I guess my Bungie check is coming in the mail. I'm not trying to be a Bungie shill here. I don't know what expectations are anymore. I think the game is at the best it's ever been. Like Buster, like you said, I don't know I don't know. As long as the content stays like this, I think they're going to be fine. I really do.
Shill, double G shill. That's all I can. You know what I mean? You're speaking the truth.
I don't. Because you can literally do anything you want in this game right now and still have progression. And that's all everyone wants. Everyone just wants whatever time they put in to be rewarded.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like light level is enabled in PvP, so you don't have to worry about that shit. So you can use anything and kill someone. It's not a big deal.
And even when it wasn't that big a deal.
I mean, yeah, we got Iron Banner coming up. That's gonna be light level enabled, right?
I think it always will be.
Because
until they cave in and make it not.
But yeah, so next week, and for everyone, we got Iron Banner coming back. I know that's in the TWAB. To be honest with you, I haven't even really read the TWAB. But do we want to get into that now? Like, just kind of a brief overview, or what do you guys want to do?
They just give us some things to look forward to in the next, I guess, bigger patch that they're already working on, which I suppose is going to be the patch with Black Armory.
Gotcha.
Considering that's the next big release. And they are talking about a few things, such as the fact that, yes, Destiny 2 right now is loading slower. And why is that? Because they've been updating Destiny 2 a lot.
Dude, it takes forever to get into the game right now.
No, legitimately, since their patch cycle is so much faster now, it's basically creating a jumble in the UI, essentially. So they're going to have to go in and, like, figure their way around the jumble. Because I guess that's one thing they're kind of having to cut corners on to get fast patches out, is not being quite so sensitive to what this is going to do to like the UI load time for this thing. So there's some basically hurdles that they have come across in better patch cycles. That's that. So they're looking into that and trying to find out where they can snip some things and get things back to being speedy on console.
Yeah, that's a people don't think about that, but yeah, there is some times, man, where all it takes it used to take 5 minutes to get a system on, get it going, get back. I'd be in orbit. Now it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Sit on that white loading screen for a while.
Yeah. From after that explanation, they do say, I guess, with their what they're investigating and such, apparently loading from orbit into EDZ should be reduced from over 2 minutes down to just over 1, which still beats out D1 vanilla load times, nearly 5 minutes sometimes.
Also, guys, bright side here. This might be me looking on the bright side of life. Boo, 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 boo. That gives you time to, run to the bathroom, grab a drink. It's nothing's worse than like, oh crap, I gotta go to the bathroom, and you're in the middle of a game, and like you just finished a gambit match, and you're like, okay, and then when you run in, you're like, shit. The match has already started. There's already like 3 blockers up, and you're like, well, I fucked up.
Yes.
Pete, come on, buddy.
They also gave a rundown of how they're changing, or how they have retuned Spectral Blades. So that's a thing that they were working on.
I was going to say something, because that's the least used hunter subclass that I am seeing right now.
It's just wonky. But
I haven't tried it yet, so I can't really comment on it. But
it's wonky. It's got some issues. I did love it at first, but it's got some precision issues. Let's say you kind of slash and go wherever the crappier character wants to go. Good luck aiming. Oh, there's someone behind me. I'm going to swipe 3 times directly to the right. Okay. Anyhow, but they're increasing the melee lunge range of all attacks, because that worked well for the staff. They're reducing the cost of light melee attacks, so they will be able to do more. Okay. They are increasing the number of consecutive hits required to speed up attack rate. They are decreasing the base attack speed to improve hit registration on intended targets.
Okay.
From what they're saying, this is not intended as a nerf. The goal here is to increase the intentionality. I don't think that's a word, Bungie, of the attack rate increase.
So they're giving you more, because you're going too fast. It's hard to be accurate, so make you slow down and be more accurate.
Yeah, it seems like that's where they're going, and they also retuned melee targeting to have greater emphasis on player input, i.e., where your stick input is directed toward or which target your camera is facing.
I where the fuck I want you to hit.
Yeah. Intentionality is not a word.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, intentionality is not a word, Bungie, but
intention is a word.
That's what I'm saying.
Completely random topic. Do you guys use any words around the house that aren't really words, but you use them like they are words?
Totally.
Yeah.
Because
I can't think of any right now.
Aaron's got one that I fucking enjoyful. Oh man, she like.
I think I've actually used that one a few times.
Oh man, she freaking used. Oh man, or there's. Oh, because they're called Aaronism, but it is some. There's some funny ones, man. But they've been adopted into the household, the Gorilla Golf household, and there's some funny ones. There's some definitely funny ones.
And last but not least, they are increasing the viability of stealth mechanics. They're adding a small amount of damage resistance to the stealth state.
Oh,
nice.
And they are further decreasing super drain when in stealth state.
So they're trying to make it so that they're just buffing this thing, which just sounds like it needed.
Well, I mean, there just needs to be a reason to go stealth. I mean, yeah, the only reason to go stealth right now is like, oh, you can see your enemies in the same way like Wishender sees enemies. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But you said it burns through super faster?
It does right now. It does kind of burn through a little quickly, which kind of sucks because, again, with its wonky targeting, it's really difficult to get the kills you want.
Well, that's like Nova Warp, right? Like Nova Warp right now, like, you know, it's got the teleport mechanic where you push on the thumbstick and you like warp forward. You do like the little move. Honestly, if you ever watch me play as a, you know, Nova Lock, I don't use it that much because it burns so much of your super. Like if you just float around like, you know, freaking unlimited power, you float around like that, like pretty much like just kind of in that state, you're good. Like honestly, you're good. Like you'll have your super will last twice as long. But if you were really needing to like bounce up and down, you'll waste half your super by using that warp ability. It's my only complaint about it. The warp makes you lose a lot of super. Like by the time you get to a guy, you can maybe do one blast. That's it.
So yeah, free Gambit weekend, double Gambit. Iron Banner's coming back. Also, seasons are ending. And not saying, I mean, I don't think they were saying exactly when, but they are saying that some like things you may want to complete before November 27th.
So I mean, get all your shit done before November 22nd.
Yes, when it comes to Vanguard, Crucible, both Valor and Glory.
Really? So they're just going to get rid of seasons?
No. It's just that this season.
It's a new season.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, wait.
Because the reason why I don't want to say the seasons are ending just yet is because the last we've heard, Black Armory is scheduled to release early December. And the 27th is the last Tuesday before the December 4th reset, which might be the timeline for Black Armory.
If you look at the roadmap they gave us, you can see that there's like the season of the Drifter, the season of this, the season of that.
Oh yeah. But yeah, like I said, the strongest or the most we've gotten out of a release date, because each expansion is tied to a season.
Mm-hmm.
And with Joker's Wild coming up, its season is coming up, and like I said, we still don't have a concrete date of when it's coming out, which is a little weird. But yeah, they're pretty much warning you, have your stuff done for this season by the 27th. Which, like I said, I'm guessing either it's going to be 27th or the 4th, probably, maybe.
I hate to do this, guys. I have to bail.
Of course, brother. Life is calling.
My ass. Guys, as always, it's a pleasure to talk to you. You can find me on Twitter at BusterKnuckle13, that's BusterKnuckle13, on PSN, BusterLuster113. I'm sure you guys will do the plugs at the end of the episode.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, well, at the RNGCast on Twitter, the RNGCast at gmail.com. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/the RNGCast. We need to get together and watch the Bleach movie. That being said, this is episode whatever. I'm out. Love you guys.
See you, buddy.
See you.
But okay, I mean, so like the seasons are going to be coming. This season's coming to an end, but I mean, I don't think it's not anything crazy. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's not, you don't have to finish everything.
No, because they have also stated that, like, for the Crucible Pinnacle weapons, Luna's Howl or Regiska's Broadsword, your progress will not be reset. Your progress will still be there as the season rolls over.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about that.
So, like, if you're on hand cannon kills, you're still going to be on hand cannon kills. And I think the only thing that's going to obviously be changed is if you don't quite hit legend. Because obviously you'll need hit legend. Or maybe like for Redrix's broadsword, your consecutive resets. Like your 5 resets, I think might have to be in one season. Not 100% certain on that though. So take that with a grain of salt.
Gotcha.
So there are limitations, but at the same time, you're still going to be on that step. Oh, and here it is. Each quest contains a step to reach a rank milestone, and progress may be lost for these specific steps if you do not reach the requirements prior to the season ending. Progress for alternate quest steps will not be reset. If you're in the middle of getting precision kills or completing Rumble Match, you will not lose any progress in those steps. So there we go.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'd worry about. But other than that, if they said that it's not going to screw you over, then great.
No. It's just if you can't get your 5 resets, like I said, I think for Redrix, or you can't hit Legend in comp, then you're going to have to start that grind over again.
Yeah, but, I mean, yeah, but that's reasonable. You know what I mean? That's a reasonable thing.
I mean, it is a freaking pinnacle weapon after all.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a harsh grind to get 5 freaking resets, but you can do it whenever you're ready, because also Bungie has stated numerous times, which you can definitely check. Oh god, the name of the site, DestinyRoundup.com. There we go. Because numerous times, I think at least 2 days in a row, they've listed. I say they, but Shackle Shotgun. That they are not going to be doing another Redrix broadsword.
Interesting.
Yeah, they did Redrix broadsword, but they're now leaving pinnacle weapons as is. There's not going to be a redo to Luna's Howl, other than Not Forgotten, but that's a different quest, and that's tied to Luna's Howl. There's not going to be any more redos or anything like that. Like, Redrix's broadsword is the last version of a Redrix weapon, because it's always going to be available.
Yeah.
Unlike the Claymore.
Yeah, I was going to say the Claymore. Yeah, it wasn't always available. So yeah, I see nothing wrong with any of this.
Exactly. So there's just not going to be any reskins or renames attached to these Crucible Pinnacle weapons. They're just going to be as is. And whenever you're ready to grind for them, well, those quests are there for you.
Yeah, I need to get on that Luna's, man. I really need to get on that Luna's.
Keep getting demolished. That was actually one of the few times I was actually lost a gunfight, and I knew they weren't using the power, and here I am using Malfeasance against an invader, and they 3-tapped me, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's Luna's Howl. Never mind. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, that's funny. You have the same reaction I do when I'm in a gunfight, and all of a sudden I'm like, bam, 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 dead. I'm like, fuck, what happened? And I look at the gun, it's Luna. I was like, Luna's Howl, can't get angry.
I mean, yeah, they just got 3 consecutive headshots on you, so all right, that's fair. Their aim was on point.
I was just gonna say, I can't be mad at that. There's a lot of people who used to get mad at that kind of stuff. Remember, it was always getting mad at like Palindrome and Ias Luna.
Oh, yeah.
But I was never mad at that kind of stuff because that takes skill, man. It takes skill to be able to hit those headshots. But no, I have no problem with any of that, so I'm not too worried about that. Well, let's see. Let me get into some topics that I think I asked some I put some questions down. Let's see what we got what did I write down? Okay. So some of these questions, then you know what, screw it. I'm still gonna ask them. Okay. Random ass question, but here we go. Des, what game show do you think you would perform best on?
The more clips I'm seeing, I would have to say Jeopardy.
You seem like that you'd be good on Jeopardy. I'd be good on Sports Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. I saw like this clip where they actually had an entire category of video games, and like everyone was failing the entire category. They
were terrible. Like the
Gull is the villain in this action shooter by Bungie. It's like, what is Destiny 2? What is Destiny 2? What is Destiny 2? What is Destiny 2? You freaks, come on!
No, my favorite is the one you always see. It's always like Danky King and like Princess Zorlda when they're like saying like what's the character that collects rings and goes really fast? Like, and then these fucking people have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
There was one I was actually happy for. I saw on Twitter because Ed Boon retweeted it. But there's one that's like, Shinnok is the lead antagonist from this fighting game from NetherRealm Studio. And someone actually answered, and I'm like, I love this man.
Every now and then you'll get a guy who's like, you're like, oh yeah, he knows. Because that, and the sports ones. The sports ones, man, when you give these guys sports questions, they're like, these people are like, freaking mathematicians and like English majors. They've never, touched a ball in their life. And they're like, you ask them a question, and then you see all the little lines going down and no one's responding. And it's like,
exactly.
And then Trebek's just looking at him like, you motherfuckers. Like, that's what I love about Trebek. Like, that's why Trebek is way better than Sajak. Because Pat Sajak's just the nice guy, always nice to everyone, joking around. He's got Vanna White on his shoulder. He's great. Fucking Alex Trebek will literally say,
he'll give you that look.
He'll give you the look like you're a fucking idiot. Like, that's what I love about Trebek, man. Trebek is just ruthless. He just doesn't care. Like, I don't know. I always love him that way. All right. This is a very pertinent topic to me. I wish Buster was here to talk about it, but I want to talk about it now because by the time I talk about it, it's not going to be relevant. When is an appropriate time to put up Christmas decorations?
After Thanksgiving, you freaks.
Exactly, goddammit. The day after Thanksgiving, you have all the permission in the world to put up all your Christmas decorations. I have 6 fucking people on my street who have already put up goddamn Christmas decorations.
Jesus.
Folks, it is goddamn, today is what? The 10th. November 10th. And there's already people. We are a month and a half away. People, and the other thing you don't realize is that shit makes your electricity bill go through the goddamn roof.
Yeah, it does.
Dude, I hate to admit this, but one year, your boy went crazy with Christmas decorations. I mean, I decorated fucking everything. I went nuts because the wife loves them. So you know what? Want to make the wife happy. Happy wife, happy life. Fellas, if you're married, you know that. That's just the way it works.
10 years now, so yeah.
Fuck, hey man, congratulations on that. That is awesome. You're my hero. We're gonna be we're coming up to 5 years now.
Nice.
But what's it called? No, so I put all this, and then, dude, I got $1,000 electric bill.
Oh God!
$1,000 electric bill.
People wonder why there's so many suicides and
dude.
Christmas. I know I shouldn't joke about that, but
dude, I know, dude.
People put so much stress on, like, a lot of it is legitimate because there's a lot of, like, I don't want to downplay, like, the legitimate, like, mental health of, like, the holiday seasons and people feeling down because, they might be alone or have issues. But a lot of people, like a lot of your average people, just put a lot of stress on themselves when it comes to the holidays because stuff like that. Or
they max out their credit cards to buy gifts for people. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
I did that.
PSA. This is the RNG PSA for folks. If you have to worry about freaking paying bills, don't go out and buy your girlfriend or boyfriend or significant other or friend or family member. Don't go out and buy them something super expensive.
Exactly.
Save your money, folks. Get them something that's within your means.
Don't do what Raven did.
Don't do what Gorilla did, because Gorilla used to do this with his girlfriends, and that's why Gorilla would be fucking broke and depressed on goddamn Christmas, even when he had something. Because he would freaking... I would sit there and I would spend hundreds of dollars, and literally, I look back at it now, I wish I would have just got fucking a card for some people. Right? Like, it's just, just be wise, folks. Don't go blowing your wad on freaking stuff that you don't need. Seriously. You don't need everything.
Well, that's like when me and the wife were like first going out. I had a credit card, so anything she needed, I got.
Oh,
then I maxed it out.
Interest is a bitch.
Then I was dodging like payments. Like, I don't have it yet, so whatever. I think I was using Capital One. Like I said, they were such a great company back in they sent me like 4 final notices. I ignored like every single one of them. But
you know what? And that's what happens. I've talked about before, dude. That's what happens when you like you're young and you're dumb and you get a credit card.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. But no, so back to being on topic here, or at least somewhat on topic. There's 6 motherfuckers with goddamn freaking Christmas lights out right now. Now I get it. It is cooler. Dude, this is my favorite time of year, and at least in my area, because it gets up to like 80 degrees, but it's dry. There's no humidity, and at night it gets chilly. It's down to like 40s. Yeah. So it's nice, man. You get that full like fall, like change of weather. Like I love it right now, man. It's sitting in the backyard, relaxing at night kind of thing. Just turn the lights on, looking out. It's nice. And
hilariously, our weather patterns are not that dissimilar.
No, they're
about the same over here.
Yeah, I could totally see that. No, but people like, you don't need Christmas lights up this early. And helpful tip: if you want to save money on your electric bill and put up Christmas lights, put up solar lights. Because that's what I do. I put up solar lights now. It's really simple. You put a little panel up, just a tiny little box, no bigger than a tissue box, not like a half a tissue box.
Yeah, because Christmas lights don't really need that much light.
And you get some good high-efficiency LED ones that are bright. And, dude, I did it, and they worked perfectly. Last year they worked perfectly. The year before, that's when I paid a lot of money. But, I learned my lesson. But
think green.
Think green, but think fucking smart. Just think.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of green methodology is actually, like, legitimately some smart stuff. Like, solar panels for your lights.
Hey, the minute I could put solar, being in California, getting all the sunshine we get, the minute I could put solar on the roof, we did. Like, it's becoming mandatory in California now. All new houses have to be built with it, which is smart. Yeah. Which is definitely smart. But, if it's within your means, dude, do it. But, no, like I said, it's fucking let there be the differentiation between holidays. I'm already seeing fucking Christmas commercials.
Yeah, I've always been, even as a kid, I was aggravated by that. Because you'd go, like, it's like, oh, here's the Halloween discount stuff and Christmas stuff already. Dude,
we went into Costco, like, probably 3 weeks ago, and we were looking at costumes for the boys before we, no, sorry, not 3, like 4 weeks ago. We went in, like, 4 weeks ago. And we were looking at costumes for the boys to see if they had anything their size. They didn't have anything their size, but they were already putting Christmas trees and shit up. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I know everyone always says this, and it's a very common thing, but please, can we just get past Thanksgiving without hearing goddamn, like, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Like, I'm fucking tired of goddamn... I have to dodge it everywhere. And it's just like the meme is. There's 2 kinds of people. There's when it's, the minute Halloween's over with, you've got the guy who looks like, Will Ferrell and Elf, who's like, Christmas, yay! And then you've got me, who is Theoden standing at Helm's Deep, going, so it begins. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally me. Like, I'm just like, so it begins, another year. Like, we literally don't go into stores anywhere. Like, oh, God, the mall's going to be nuts. I'm giving myself anxiety right now thinking about this. As someone who used to work at a mall, I used to work at a sporting goods store in a mall. Yeah. I hated the holiday season. The pay was good, no doubt about it. There was plenty of hours, plenty of stuff to sell, but I remember having to get to work a half hour early just to find a parking spot because there's so many people cramming into a mall. I mean, oh God, just it was insanity. But,
no doubt.
No, so like for me, like I said, I always take. It's always right after Thanksgiving, day after Thanksgiving, you'll see my ass putting up the freaking dude. My neighbor, by the way, is here. This is the only time I'm going to approve of this. He left his fucking Christmas lights on all year. So he like, motherfuckers, I got you now. My time has come.
All right. All right.
He left his icicle lights up all year. Now he's turning them on. He's like, yeah, my plan's working out. You know damn well he's all kinds of happy.
That's all right.
All right, let's see. What's another one I got? Let's see. Okay. This is an interesting one. If you could sit down and have a drink with one person in history, just one person, who are you going to sit down and have a drink with?
For me, that's actually a legitimately difficult question to answer.
Oh, for anyone. For anyone, that's a difficult question.
There are so many people that are really worth talking to in history. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, I would love to sit down and have a drink with Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
He seemed like the kind of guy who was super smart. He was also really cheeky, but he also could put it away. You know what I mean? You don't want to sit there and have a drink and the person you're drinking with not drinking. But like someone like that, I think would be interesting. If I'm going athlete style, like I'd want to go and have like a beer with Babe Ruth. I'd love, you know what I mean? Like that would be something that would just be amazing. Something like that. You guys, do you have anyone like any like?
Well, I have people, but I mean, we don't get political on this show, but I would like to speak with like, some of the founding fathers. Have a sit down and have a chat with them. See, get in their head of like, I mean, any of them really, like their thoughts and plans, and if they thought like certain things like would or wouldn't happen, if it was a fear of theirs or not, like just stuff like that.
No, that's
one that usually pops into my head.
That's completely legitimate. Could you imagine sitting down and having a drink with like Benjamin Franklin? Like that'd be fucking cool. But no, so okay, I didn't have that many questions this week, but I like I said, I really wanted to talk about that earnings call. That was a big thing for me. I know that we,
for sure.
But do you? I mean, I know we talked about it already, but do you think that we're going to see a big rise in microtransactions? Do you think they're going to start putting in just more emotes? Like, do you think that would be the solution that they're going to do?
I mean, probably. It's probably going to be like the Band-Aid to start like pushing more emotes for purchase and stuff like that. I mean,
or
in
like
fact, hilariously, this temporal flux may be part of that already. This buying old emotes for direct purchase might be from that.
Interesting.
Like, this might be because, yes, they publicly, in the earning, well, not really publicly, but I mean, sort of public because anyone can know about it, but at the same time, it's mainly for their investors publicly. But yeah, they said that Destiny 2 didn't perform so well. So something was already being worked on, like behind the scenes. And like I said, this temporal flux might be that. Like, your RNG was bad to get the original emote. Well, we're not going to give you the original emote, but you can buy this different emote.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same, but recolored. So like I said, I think this temporal flux might already be something in response to that. And I already know of a lot of people that are pretty much like, sell for your bust.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't know. I think that's the only feasible way I think they could do it without pissing 90% of the community off. Because remember when the first microtransactions started coming through, like the big time microtransactions, that was a goddamn hot button issue. You could, if you said microtransactions, people would like freaking throw holy water on you because you were the devil.
I mean, Festival of the Cost was still a nickname for Festival of the Lost because of the masks from the original. Like, it never could, like, break away from that past. Even though there are only 2 masks now that you could even get out of Eververse.
All right.
But yeah, I think we're definitely going to be starting to see like a rise of like that kind of stuff, like especially like holiday stuff.
Talked a lot about Destiny, obviously Destiny podcast, but I want to talk a little Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
Because I'm seeing. Have you been watching any of the movie promos?
I saw something someone posted in Discord,
Okay. So,
which almost concerns me.
yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
sure,
So,
it sounds awesome and all, but I don't know. It seems like they're trying to give Broly some big, huge secret, like fate or something.
I am really. I'm excited for this because I see some of the fight scenes, and it looks like I saw one where like it shows Whis like is going to be fighting like or looking like he's going to stand in front of Broly. Like I would love to see that.
Right.
That's one thing we haven't seen really is Whis fighting. We've seen him training him, but he's usually just like eating something and making him look stupid.
Yeah.
Because I am like, dude, Broly looks. As far as aesthetically, this movie looks really. I like the animation. At first I was really apprehensive about it, but the animation style looks like it's going to be really. For fight scenes, it looks like it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, this is some of the better like animation that the TV Tokyo has had in a long time.
Okay, so now as far as movies go, I haven't watched all the Dragon Ball movies. I've watched the two Broly movies. At least the two. I haven't watched the one where he's like, doesn't he come back as like a freaking like robot or something like that? I didn't watch the third one. I watched the first two. With Paragus, and then the second one where it's they're in the mountain village and he's frozen in a lake or something and he comes out. Like I've watched that, but I haven't watched the other one. Like I don't know. What Dragon Ball movies do you think are worth the watch?
The first Broly movie is pretty good.
It's not bad.
It had like one of my most. It has one of my favorite moments in Dragon Ball history, which it's hilarious that it happened there. But basically, and it's when Goku first fights Broly.
Yeah.
And the Kamehameha is just like it either does something or like they have to deflect it or dodge it or whatever. But usually, if it hits, it does something.
Oh, yeah.
Broly. Goku launched a Kamehameha like 5 inches from Broly's face, and Broly just takes it and goes, "What the hell was that?" And it's like,
oh no! As far as utter domination, like Broly he just destroys them.
Like Broly movies are usually like Broly beating the crap out of everyone for 20 minutes and then Care Bear stare.
I was just going to say that. Then something happens where everyone has to like join up their power to try to beat him or something. But I still don't like the way the first movie ended where he punches him. Like he punches him and that's how he finishes him off. I was kind of
It happens a few times because that's how he killed Piccolo. I
know, but I guess I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. I expected something better, but I've got a lot of. You can see the storyline that they're kind of going to push along with this. It's going to be a storyline of they escaped on a ship, or they were on a ship, or they're coming back. They're going to come back and see that the planet's gone because Frieza destroyed the planet. They show Frieza, and now he's sitting in his little floaty thing, and he's in his base form. You know damn well what's going to happen. So it's going to be I'm just interested to see what his dynamic is going to be in this movie, because now he's he's alive, so now he can go back, and he's like he said in the Tournament of Power, he's not going to change his evil ways. He's still going to be the evil Emperor Frieza. And that's why he's still one of my favorite characters, because he's like, the Tournament of Power, I gained a lot of respect for Frieza, but not only as a villain, but as a character.
Yeah.
I think he had a lot of character development in that Tournament of Power. But I just think with this movie, I'm worried about. I'm worried about that they're going to change too much. I know you said you always say Toriyama is forgetful.
Oh yeah, he is.
And I know, and he's forgetful, and he's going to put his own spin on things.
I mean, and this is a man that can't even remember if he even originally designed Broly or not.
I mean, the design for characters, like Paragus, what's he going to do? Is he going to go back to the original thing where it doesn't look like he's like Paragus is controlling Broly in this?
I know, and his entire thing, like at least from what this trailer is saying, is Broly's uncontrollable urge to fight.
Yeah,
because he's not. Because that's another thing that this trailer kind of shows off is he's not just angry with just Goku anymore.
He's angry with everyone.
Yeah, because I mean he's saying Vegeta's name. This could be why Frieza's being pulled into the fight because I mean Frieza destroyed the home planet. So I mean this Broly just may be a Broly of multiple issues. Like
he just fuck everyone.
Exactly.
And I'm fine with that. I'm all right with that. He's supposed to be a rage monster. He is the Incredible Hulk of the DBZ universe.
I mean, basically, yeah.
I mean, honestly, he really is. So I'm interested to see how it ends up. I mean, just his power alone when it shows him launching and all the green spire pops up around him in the promo. He just looks fucking like a monster, man. And that's what I want to see. But I also kind of don't want to see the same mold, like you said, where Broly gets in, kicks the shit out of him for 20 minutes, and then they Care Bear stare.
Right.
I don't want to see that. I want to see a legitimate fight with Broly. We haven't seen a legitimate fight where someone stands toe to toe with him.
I know, right?
And not matches him on power, but at least does damage to him.
Exactly, because it's literally either all or nothing from them. They either not do anything or they just flat out overwhelm him somehow.
Yeah, and it's in Broly in the first movie, Vegeta bitches out completely. It's the most. It is the worst moment. It is the worst moment for Vegeta ever. And as a proud Vegeta fan, I am, he is my favorite DBZ character.
Yeah. Yeah,
but that's fucking embarrassing. He straight up just says, "We're all gonna die. Why fight?" I mean, just on his knees saying, "I'm done."
Exactly.
I'm not even going to try to fight. We're all going to die. I couldn't believe that. If you would have, I'm sure, future Vegeta would have slapped past Vegeta. But, no, I don't know. I think there's going to be some, I'm going to see that movie as soon as it comes out. I don't care where, if I go to a midnight screening by myself. If that means I have to do a week of back rubs and changing baby diapers, then it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it to go watch this movie. I'm excited for it, but like I said, I've seen certain things, and I'm hoping they don't change because Toriyama's come out and said that this is canon, right? This is pretty much going to be canon.
No,
I thought this was supposed to be canon.
Toriyama's never said that. In fact, Toriyama himself never uses the terminology canon.
Okay, not canon, but maybe it wasn't Toriyama, but someone else said that this is supposed to be the real story. This is supposed to be.
I mean, this is something that is supposed that people are speculating is happening. Because here's the thing: every movie that Toriyama has basically written and had this much direct hands-on for. The last time he's done this was for Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, which were both redone into the first 2 seasons of Dragon Ball Super.
Okay, I never saw Battle of Gods. What is Battle of Gods about?
It's about Goku turning Super Saiyan God for the first time. That's it.
Okay, so
Beerus comes in and he thinks he's a new villain because Beerus... The prophet fish saw a vision of the Super Saiyan God.
So it really is just super.
Yeah, it's legitimately if you watched the first season of Super, you watched Battle of Gods, or at least a modified retelling.
I thought the same thing with Resurrection F. I was like, Resurrection F, this is fucking Super.
Yeah, like, exactly.
This is exactly Super. Like, it's wished back. Like,
so I think that's why people are saying that this is happening in universe, because again, this is another movie that Akira Toriyama has his hands on.
Well, I know that they announced,
and it is being listed as a Dragon Ball Super movie. So
yeah, and they also announced that it's going to I forgot how many episodes are going to be coming out, but they're going to be coming out with a bunch of new episodes. The new season, they gave it a title.
Oh, Super?
Yeah, it's for Super.
Oh, nice.
I saw that somewhere. They came in, they said that they officially titled it the next arc or whatever it's going to be. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. I'm really excited for it, man. I've never got to see a Dragon Ball movie in a theater, and I'm especially with his art style, I'm really excited for it.
Christian recent if you already went down certain part in the anime. Trying to find it.
I'm trying.
After the Universal Survival arc, right now the manga's in the middle of that last arc. Blah blah blah. Come on, scroll. Stop! Don't lock up on me now.
This is enthralling podcasting, but guess what? Goddamn it, we need the facts.
All right, because
this is just me speculating, and you don't want to trust me speculating. This is just me, because I am famous for seeing anything related to a topic. I will literally read it and take it as fact. So just
yeah, it's a thing. I can't quite. Okay. Dang it. Either way, but yeah, it has apparently been announced, but this website uses a bunch of ads, which like to load in at one time and then severely lock up your browser. People wonder why people run ad blockers. Because you literally have like 6 ads on your site.
That always happens when I was watching the DBZ online. I was going through the entire thing. Like, oh my god, I was going through this one website and it was nothing but ads the entire time. And you have to be sure to click on the X perfectly. Otherwise, you pop up like 6 other ads. It's like freaking the Hydra. You click one, you click off one, 3 take its place. But no, that was, I don't know, man. I'm excited for this movie because I'm actually fully engulfed in the story, and because a lot of Dragon Ball happened before I really got into it. To be honest with you, I was thinking about it the other day. I was watching the Frieza fight at 11 years old, and the Frieza fight. I mean, what year did the Frieza fight take place?
Depends, and it's actually kind of hard to track down because Toonami did the weird thing and made it a daily show.
Yeah,
but there was no way they could the VA and everything could actually keep up with a daily demand, so they would keep resetting from start over and over and over and over again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they would go through the entire storyline, get to the end, and then they'd restart it. And that's how I watched it. I sat there for fucking how many episodes for the longest 5 minutes in anime history, and watched, Frieza and Goku go at it. And that's how I watched it. But the problem is that's all Toonami, and that was all reruns. You know what I mean? So this is all old, so much older stuff. So I feel like I'm actually in the moment. I'm actually going to watch something when it's taking place that's super important. They're also talking about how there's going to be I don't know, man. There's so much stuff that's going to open up from this. I'm hoping that it opens up some pretty interesting storylines, because I'm also keeping an eye on that. What's it? Dragon Ball Heroes.
Yeah. So at least for Toonami, they started broadcasting Dragon Ball Z in 1998.
Which is perfect. That's wow, man. 11 years old. That's right. That's when I was 11 fucking years old. That is so crazy. So yeah, the minute, and it was, and you got the good song, the Dragon. You got the good one, man. You got the guitar song, not the original song. Although I'm sure there's a lot of people who think that's blasphemous. I love that freaking, that's what got me in. Like, that was the best, man. That was the best. I remember being a kid and just being like so enthralled. And if you knew it was a filler episode, you'd still watch it, but you were like angry the entire time while you were watching the filler episode. Oh, it was always the worst. And then you have to do the math in your head. You're like, okay, I think I'm like 3 episodes away from being a good episode.
Yeah, or seeing like getting stuck, like, oh, Goku just landed on Earth. Oh, what's gonna happen?
Or no,
first episode. Oh.
No, or the best one is when he's running on the freaking the road. Was it Snake Road or something like that?
Yeah.
And that takes like running to King Kai's house. He's running there forever. And that's when you get some of the most bullshit episodes ever. Oh man, I'm really tempted to start watching the old DBZ from episode, from Raditz on again, just so I could catch up and refresh myself.
Dragonball Kai. Track that down if you can.
It's not on Crunchyroll. That's the problem. I don't know where's it on.
I don't know.
See,
buy it though. Amazon probably has it cheap, but
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna I honestly probably will buy it.
Yeah, if it's on any streaming service, it's probably just going to be regular Dragon Ball. But anyone who's ever looking to catch up, I always suggest Dragon Ball Kai, because Kai does its best to cut out
the filler. Yeah.
And they actually do very special intros and outros, like newly drawn like intro sequences for Kai as well.
Yeah, I did notice that. I saw that. That. I remember seeing it's funny because I remember watching the intro for Kai. I watched one episode and I'm watching the intro going, oh, holy shit, this is all like brand new animation. Did they do brand new animation for Kai? No, and then all of a sudden it goes to just, yeah. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. But no, dude, I don't know. I got that itch again. You know what I mean? Every now and then I'll get that itch where I want to watch a large amount of Dragon Ball Z. Because right now I've just been destroying Fairy Tail. I'm up to episode like 160 now.
Holy crap.
So I've gone through like 60 episodes in a couple weeks. Yeah, lots of free time with baby. I know I'm flying through that. I also skipped about, with truth be told, I skipped about 15 episodes because I was told by my Fairy Tail advisor that I did not need to watch about 15 episodes, that it was a boring arc that I could skip over. So I'm up getting to the point where they're doing some kind of tournament right now, so it's fun. But no, I'm not that I'm getting bored with Fairy Tail, but I want something different right now, so I'm gonna start branching into the other one. I'm gonna actually look into Black Clover. That's one I kind of want to look into, but. Yeah. Oh man, there's just so much. I was thinking about it. There's so much in nerddom right now. For like, could you imagine this when we were growing up? Like if we would have had everything that they have now, for like how like socially accepted it is now. Like you can do fucking everything now, man. Like I was thinking about it. Like if I wanted to go play Magic the Gathering. Like, now you can just hop on your phone and get in. They have this Magic the Gathering arena now. You can just get in and play on that. Like, I remember I used to have to go to the freaking comic book store, sign up for the tournaments, and play in tournaments and stuff like that. Like, and it was total nerd thing. Like, oh, I got, like, it was bad. But now, like, you can just, it's just completely, they were talking about on the radio the other day, like, Fortnite in video game culture.
Yeah.
Like, is going to be taking over. Like, video game culture is taking over. Like, they announced for Fortnite, and I know this is like, blasphemy in this, but I'm not a big Fortnite fan, but I'm a video game fan. And this is good for video. If Fortnite can do this, I'll be impressed. But they are going to have a Fortnite World Cup.
Nice.
Now, I don't, like I said, I really don't care about the game itself, but the whole point is, do you know what a a sponsor, how much it costs for a sponsorship for that. So say you want to be one of the sponsors. Do you know how much you have to pay to be a sponsor?
How much?
$25 million.
Jesus.
$25 million to be one of the sponsors, not a main sponsor, just one of the sponsors of this Fortnite. And they're going to broadcast it. They're going to broadcast it on network TV. And they're apparently during the summer, this upcoming summer, they're going to be broadcasting on ABC, like on main ABC. They're going to broadcast the oh my God, what's the oh God, why am I? This is terrible. I'm drawing a blank here. The not. It's a game like Paladin. The game like Paladins. It's the big, huge fucking. Oh my God, Des, help me here.
You talking about Overwatch?
Yes, Overwatch.
Yeah.
They're gonna broadcast Overwatch the Overwatch championships on ABC and ESPN.
Nice.
Like it's becoming mainstream now, man. It's no longer do we have to hide in the shadows. Like now it's becoming completely like I know I was talking about earlier, like celebrities and stuff, everyone's getting it, but it's becoming it's this whole, and then Red Dead is
also, I don't like talking about Fortnite and people like looking down on it. I don't understand why. Because like I said, it's a video game. You may not like it, but I don't see what the whole deal is from the fact of it being of why it needs to be looked down upon if it's super popular, you know?
The only time I think people look down upon, I personally look down on it as a quality of game. I think it's a shit, as far as game mechanics and everything like that, I think it's boring as hell. But that's just me. And that's my own personal opinion. And that doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong. But I just think it's clunky, the graphics aren't amazing, and I think it's a very boring play style. I think it's a lazy play style. But that's just me. That's just me. Everyone else enjoys the hell of it. God bless you. You're playing video games. That's good. But honestly, it's good for it. What's good? It's good for video games that we have, because it makes people branch out. Because guess what? People hopefully will get tired of Fortnite because they're gonna be like, "Damn, I've played this 10 million times. Well, let's play something else." Well, that's what feeds off into other games, and it's good. It's good for the community, the gaming community in general, if we have stuff like that.
Hilariously, like I said, a lot of the critiques and such that I hear about Fortnite, I just wonder if some people had the same critique when Nintendo got ballsy and produced a video game series called Mario.
Oh yeah. I mean,
because people are like, "Oh, I don't like Fortnite because it's focused for kids." What, you think people that played Miss Pac-Man in arcades was getting angry because Mario was coming out and it was becoming super popular and all the kids had to have it?
No, but that happens with everything, though.
Actually, it probably did legitimately happen, but either way, we made it through.
Well, no, but it's just like it was like that with Halo. Like me growing up playing Halo, Halo wasn't always number one. It was popular. It was extremely popular, but then Call of Duty came in, and they started that monster of a franchise came in, and it became the Madden. It became the important thing for. It became the number one game in the world as far as console gaming. You know what I mean? And people get bitter when their game is not number one. You know what I mean? Like a game, because you want to feel like your game you're playing. That's why I said I'm okay with Destiny not being the number one game in the world. It's never going to be. On a console, it's never going to be that. But guess what? It has a really strong base. If you want to see the number one game, what? League of Legends is probably the number one game in the world right now?
Definitely one of the most popular on Twitch.
Because they said that it was they said 27, I think it was 27 million people watched, or some stupid number watched the League of Legends finals, and that was more than the Super Bowl and one of the World Series games combined. it is, people just don't realize how big this is, man. Especially with the PC gaming, like people don't understand how big. I think honestly, PC gaming is. Do you think it's more popular outside of the United States?
Of course.
Yeah, it has to be, right? It has to.
I mean, it's considered like pro standard, and you got to think of how many professional Korean teams there are. I'm not even being racist here. There are a lot of freaking professional Korean teams. If you think we have a lot,
but those guys,
oh my God.
I feel bad for those guys, man. You see the scars on those guys' arms because they've got carpal tunnel because they're like drill sergeants and make them like wake up and like go through all this crazy crap. Like
no worse than any other Korean industry where young kids are like
exploited.
Taken in at a young age and then trained for like 6 years to dance and sing and then finally come out as a K-pop group.
Yeah, that stuff
is brutal.
Oh, dude, it's brutal, man. I was watching it, and these guys have like nervous breakdowns because they just can't handle it. But you know what the crazy thing is? So where I'm at right now, in just south of us, down in Irvine, they freaking have at UCI. They have a gaming team. Like you can get a scholarship, and you can be a gamer. Like that is so fucking crazy to me, and I think they're playing. I think they're playing League of Legends. I want to say they're playing League, and it's a freaking scholarship, and there's a few other schools, but you're gonna start seeing that.
Paladins does it now.
Like you're gonna start seeing people gravitate, especially like I tell everyone, like with concussions, man. Because guess what? The number one sport in America and the number one sport in the world are the two leading causes for concussions. And soccer has more concussions than any other sport in the world. And football, you take it from yours truly, who did this.
Yeah, for sure.
It's getting a bad name, man. Like CTE is a real thing. Like it's causing people to like kill themselves. Like for the love of God, like trust me, I know.
That's what happened to Chris Benoit.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Well, that and steroids, but people just don't understand, man. Like it's a scary thing. And now, as a parent, of young boys who I know, and probably a daughter who are going to play sports, because if you don't play sports in my household, you're probably going to be the black sheep. I'm scared. I'm not going to let my boys play football until like the age of 12 or 13. I'm not going to let them do what some of these kids, like these Friday Night Tight kids, where they're like 8 years old and they're making them run, get full helmets and pads and get crushed. Like people are getting pushed towards non-contact safe things. Well, guess what? What's a non-contact safe thing? Video games.
Oh yeah.
And it's sad in a way because I've always been. Look, I grew up. I was, lights. Okay, I'll see you when the street lights come on. Like that's kind of how it was. Like you go out in the backyard, you shoot baskets, you play football, you play, you go out and play catch, you go out and play whatever the neighborhood's playing. Like that's how it was. But nowadays, it's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. Kids are inside. Kids are on their phones. Kids are playing video games, and you know what? There's good things to it, and there's bad things to it. It's good things because guess what? It gets kids who are maybe not super social. It gives them an outlet. It gives them an area to be in, and it gives them someone to talk to. It gives them a semblance of being a part of something. Like it's a great thing. Like that's a great thing.
Yeah, especially more so now in current age than the escapism that gaming was back in the day.
Oh yeah, back in the day it was different.
Because if you were alone and such, you played video games to escape. But at least now with like the networking features and such, and the widespread of the internet, a kid has a chance of like picking up and possibly developing social cues while still being kind of reclusive, which isn't an ideal situation, but there is like a thing that can happen from it.
Well, that's just like the guy I posted an article about a guy in a 7-year period. He came out of his house 5 times. Because all he did was play video games.
How did they get an article about me? I mean, what the crap? I said, how did they get an article about me? What the crap?
But you know what I mean? Like, that's just like that never...
Yeah,
you used to think about that kind of stuff, but that's honestly, you're going to start it at least nowadays. The games force you to be social now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have to in Destiny. Like, that's what I love about raiding with new people. You always see me whenever I post for a group. I'll raid with anyone, as long as you're able to listen and as long as you're able to damage all the bosses. Those are my 2 requirements. Is that I don't think that's very, it's not like I'm asking for to see emblems and shit. Like, then that's it. That's all I'm asking for. And I think it's good for people. That's why I love raiding, because guess what? You raiding with me is like fucking me. You just hear me talking about how dumb I am and freaking cracking jokes. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it is. And some people are scared of that social interaction. So I mean, we're getting to a point, I think, where video game culture especially is becoming so mainstream that it's not going to be a nerd thing anymore. It's just going to be it's going to be a pop culture thing. Like, and that's the good thing about Fortnite. And I'll say that right now. That's a good thing about Fortnite is it is bringing people to that. Now, do I want my game to be like Fortnite? No, I would never play that. That would never be my game. I don't. It's not what I like or what I would enjoy. But do I see the good that can come from it? Yes, 100% I do.
Oh, yeah, I definitely see that. Also, hilariously, at least currently right now, in the Twitch directory, Fortnite and League of Legends is very neck and neck for most amount of viewers.
Gotcha.
And I don't think I've ever seen anything this close to League before. It's kind of hilarious.
It's growing exponentially, man.
It is, and it's hilarious and ridiculous all at the same time. Because I mean, I heard some people talking, and it's like, this was a game that came completely out of left field, or at least the Battle Royale mode. Like, Fortnite was about this, tower defense PvE thing, where you group up with a bunch of people and just defend a tower. Save the world. That was the mode that everything was going off. Founder's Key for Save the World access, Save the World mode. And now it's hard to think about Fortnite. It was like the first thing people think of is the Battle Royale.
Oh, yeah. 100%. That's all you think about is Battle Royale.
Yeah. It's just hilarious because there was no build-up for it. There was no announcement for it. And all of a sudden it's like, hey, here you go. Free to play. Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. And then I did just see that they made PUBG was free. Was it this past weekend or this past week or something like that? They made PUBG free on Xbox, I want to say, which is PUBG's Xbox, right?
Oh no, yeah. If you played like the pre-release or something, then you got the full release for free. But didn't you pay for the pre-release anyway? So wouldn't you be expected to get the full release for free?
I
don't understand that wording.
I saw an article about it, and I said,
yeah, because I think I read through a similar article, and it's like I got very confused on like the wording and everything. Or it wasn't even an article; it was like it was a Microsoft thing. Yeah. Also, hilariously, Fortnite is also the first battle royale where player unknown had nothing to do with it. Every other battle royale, back from I think it was a mod of like Arma, similar to DayZ.
Yeah.
He did his first like battle royale mods, and then helped H1Z1. He like what's the word? Advised them basically on like things. And then for Battlegrounds, it was a Korean company that pulled him in to help develop Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, like hilariously, Fortnite was the first one without his involvement. Like every other, because I always get weird because like people latched on to Battlegrounds, but H1Z1 did come first in the battleground mode or battle royale mode, but like I said, I found out it was all him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Which is also similar to how the FPSs got started.
Yeah, exactly.
id Software came out with Wolfenstein. Cool. Doom came out. Oh my god, Doom's the first and it's the best. Still by id Software, though.
No, it's, yeah, dude, the Doom thing is so funny. I watched a guy, he was running Doom on his Apple Watch.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, because, good God, that program is so tiny. Like, the original Doom, oh my god, I can only imagine how tiny it is, man. That used to be able to fit on a floppy, man.
Yeah, that's...
Oh.
I saw a picture, and it said a floppy disk, how many floppy disks it would take to be able to store Red Dead.
Oh god.
It was like 100. It was like 100 floppy disks or something like that. It was something, or 200.
It was probably more than that.
It was like 200 floppy disks or some ridiculous amount, and it showed a giant pile of them. And I was thinking, my God, do you remember when a floppy disk used to think you could be able to hold a lot of stuff on that? Like that was like, which kind of scares me because like,
oh
now
Jesus Christ.
What?
The maximum capacity of a floppy disk is 1.44 megabytes.
Oh my God. I gotta look that up. How many? Oh man, I gotta look that up. But you know what? It's one of these things where it's just, think about 20 years from now what shit's gonna look like, man. I was trying to think about what the future of gaming and like gaming storage and that kind of stuff like
and
what
that
is
was
it?
with the newer, smaller floppy disks. Because the 8-inch floppies had a maximum of 80 kilobytes. And the 3.5-inch floppies, which are the hard floppies, was 1.44 meg. You can't even download a game. Like, the smallest games on, like, PSN or something is usually, like, 100 meg minimum.
Oh, never mind. So I was way off. You would need 76,000 floppy disks to store Red Dead 2. Maybe it was just a picture I saw that looked like about 100, but no, it's on Reddit. It says right here, right now. It says 76,000.
Yeah, 76,000. Jesus. You'd be able to play for like a minute before you need to switch discs.
Minute, new floppy. Push the button, put it back in, make sure it clicks, and you're good. And you just keep pushing through like every
oh my God.
Oh man. Well, Des, I think we're getting close to our time. You want to
for sure.
Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, I think we've pretty much said it all.
Well, where can people find you, my brother?
You can find me as per normal on Twitter at DES_Raven. Please converse with me. Let's have a good time. And as Buster went through our others, you can find the RNGCast on Twitter at the RNGCast, and where you can find the link to our Discord, permalinked. If not, you can Twitter any one of us. Yeah.
For sure. You can get at me, PSN Gorilla Golf on Discord. You find me in the RNG Discord. Come on, fellas. I keep that thing. I try to keep it as fresh as possible. Come on in. Enjoy yourself. You can also find me on Twitter, Gorilla Golf 1987. Feel free to get at me. I'm sure a lot of you disagree with me on a lot of things. Come at me. You know I'm never going to turn you down. I love a good talk. Just be respectful, and I will give you same respect. Other than that, I think we're pretty much good.
I think this is it. This has been 129. Yeah, of the RNG cast.
We're out. I was just saying, as Buster would say, we're out.
And later, man.
See you all next week. May the RNG gods be kind to you, Guardians.